Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this particular video. This chat is sponsored by Gate.io. So I'd like to explain what's happening in the technical side of things. Okay, we'll have Alephium stock USDT. The price is currently 0.07210 on this particular exchange, Gate.io, which is a tier one exchange. The 24 hours trading volume was 0.07353, and the all-time low within the last 24 hours was 0.07050. The trading volume for the Alephium token itself is 56,000 tokens, and the 24 hours turnover in terms of USDT is about $33,000. Okay, so without further ado, this is a 2 hours time frame. We can see what has happened in each candle represents 2 hours. We can see that we have a support here, okay, which was broken and the price rallied down to this particular point. We have a downward trajectory. Let's head to the 4 hours time frame. We can see it. There's still so much noise, but we have lots of information on this chart. Each candle represents 4 hours, okay, and let me see if I can draw a line here from here to here. Okay, we can see this support that has been created here. This is a support, and this support was broken and the price rallied down to this particular point it is in now. We can see that our moving average, this is the 5 moving average has crossed the 10 moving average, and then we'll have a downward trajectory symbolizing a downward trend. Okay, if you make analysis based on moving averages, that the tool is there for you. Okay, so let's head to the daily chart, the 24 hours chart, which is a chart that is mostly used by hedge institutions, banks, name it. It's a standard chart. I myself, I rely on daily charts. Okay, so we can see what's happening here. The price has been so noisy. We're currently at 0.14 at this peak. That was around November 2025. But currently we're at the price has drastically reduced to 0.07210. So if you look at this, if I draw this from here to here, we can see that we have a downward trend. Okay, so currently we're in a downward trend. Okay, see if I extend it, we see that we're in a downward trend. So if you are a long-term trader, you can look for a point of reversal to come in. I think we have gotten to the crest. We can at this particular point. Okay, so with this, the next thing is for me to pull up my Fibonacci retracement to see where the price could reverse to. Okay. So at 100%, let me see, take it lower. Good. So if you're looking for take profit points, Fibonacci retracement is actually still built on support and resistance. But the beauty of this tool is that it instinctively tunes into the human complex nature. Okay, you see that currently at 38.2, we're anticipating that the price will head back to 0.09760. At 50%, we're expecting the price to head back to 0.10591. And at 61.8%, we're expecting the price to recover to 0.11422. Okay, which is around here. So if you're a trader, you can just put a take profit here. And you see it actually fits in because we have a very strong consolidation in this particular zone. Okay, we have a support, a resistance in this one, which is a very strong one. At 78.6, we expect the price to go back to 0.12606, which is a very good one. It's a good place to also take profit. Remember, you're going to be we're going to be met by this support that is here, a very, very strong support. So these are critical zones you have to look out for if you are a trader and a long-term trader and you want to find where to just put your take profit. You can put your first take profit here at 61.8. You can put your second take profit here at 0.86. Also remember your lot size management. Okay, based on the equity you have. And if you're making use of leverage, I always recommend 1:5. And then let's take one more time frame, like the weekly chart. Then we'll call it a day. You can see that in the weekly chart, each candle represents a week. You can see that it just looks as if nothing is actually happening. We were previously at 3.8499. That's our all-time high, and it got to a point that the price rallied back to around 2.4, as indicated by this shooting star. Okay, so let's just take a Fibonacci retracement, and we can anchor it at this particular point and see what's going to happen. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much for your patience. At 78.6, we're expecting the price to recover, retrace back to $2.276 at 78.6%. This is a weekly chart. I reiterate again, at 61.8, we're expecting the price to retrace back to $1.8. And at 50%, we're expecting the price to retrace back to about 1.5 from the previous chart I drew. Let me just take it up back to this. At the week of the candle. Okay. At 50%, we're expecting the price to recover back to, okay, okay, let's call it 1.55. Okay, so this is a weekly chart, like I earlier stated. Okay, so we can just ignore 38% and 26%, 23%. Okay, so if you're a long-term trader, you can put your take profit at confidently at $2.3. Okay, that's at 78.6%, and at what, about $1.8 at 61%. That's around here. Okay, so whenever the market rallies around and hits here, you just take a profit. And mind you, there are lots of activities going on in the Alephium ecosystem that could actually, I repeat, could actually trigger this price appreciation. I'm particularly anticipating a price appreciation when we launch our called the app mainnet. Okay, so take note of this. Um, so with that, that will bring this video to an end. I thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourself and see you in the next one. Like I forgot, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be glad to answer your questions. If you have any suggestions that we can also pass to the core team, it will be greatly welcomed. Um, take care of yourself and see you in the next one. Okay, bye.